Does it ever feel like you're running a race you never even signed up for? You know, that constant pressure to do more, be more, achieve more. It's just exhausting, isn't it? Well, today we're going to hit the pause button on that race and talk about how to find a little bit of peace right in the middle of all the chaos. Just listen to this comment from a user on Lemonade. I'm exhausted. I'm tired of this comparison. Feeling like myself is never good enough. Wow, that just stops you in your tracks, right? It's that quiet, nagging voice that so many of us have in the back of our heads. The feeling that no matter what we do, the goalposts just keep moving further away. And hey, let's be really clear about something. If you feel this way, it's not some personal failure, it's a cultural one. We're pretty much living through a burnout epidemic, feeling totally trapped in a rat race that seems to value our productivity way more than our peace of mind. And this is what that race feels like on the inside, right? It's this constant nagging loop in our heads. Am I doing better than them? Is my LinkedIn good enough? Am I falling behind? It's a relentless cycle of comparison that's fueled by a world that feels like it's always watching. But what if you could just step off the treadmill? We're going to look at a story that explores exactly that, a fictional escape that feels incredibly real and maybe even a little bit possible. So this story comes from a book that became a total sensation in Korea. It's called Welcome to the Hyunam-Dong Bookshop. And the reason it resonated with so many people is that it's basically like holding up a mirror to our entire burned-out generation. The main character, Young-ju, does something so many of us fantasize about. She just hits the eject button. She walks away from her high-flying career, her demanding marriage, all of it in the middle of bustling Seoul. And her solution isn't some grand new ambition. It's a small, quiet bookshop. And it's in this simple space, through books and genuine human connection, that she starts to rediscover who she really is. Her story is a powerful reminder that it's never, ever too late to start a new chapter. But, you know, the real power of this book isn't just in the escape fantasy. It's in its core message, which is like the perfect antidote to that worry loop we were just talking about. And here it is, so simple, but so powerful. The book gives us permission to just be good enough. In a world that is constantly screaming at us to be extraordinary, this simple idea feels incredibly radical. It's almost an act of rebellion, and it is so, so liberating. Okay, so a character in a book quits her job to open a bookshop. That's inspiring, for sure. But most of us can't just up and do that, right? So the real question is, how do we translate that feeling of peace into our actual real-world lives? Well, the answer might not be in a fictional story, but in a very real practice. So let's shift gears from story to science and talk about mindfulness, the practical how-to for finding the kind of peace that book describes. At its heart, mindfulness is actually incredibly simple. It's just the act of paying attention on purpose to the here and now. And this is the most important part, doing it without judging what you find. It's not good, it's not bad, it just is. And this isn't some fluffy concept. It's a well-researched scientific field. This is Dr. Patrizia Collard. She's a psychotherapist and author who specializes in this exact topic, and her work grounds these ideas in real therapeutic practice. Dr. Collard makes it really clear that the goal here isn't to empty your mind or stop thinking. That's impossible. It's simply to experience life as it's actually happening, moment by moment, instead of getting totally hijacked by that internal worrying mode that's always replaying the past or rehearsing the future. And the benefits are real, they're tangible. People who practice mindfulness report feeling more calm and relaxed, having higher levels of energy and greater self-confidence. It leads to less stress and anxiety, and it helps you develop more compassion, not just for others, but for yourself, which is maybe the most important part. Okay, so enough theory, let's make this super practical. We're going from idea to action with a simple first step that anyone can take. No bookshop required, I promise. All it takes is 10 minutes. First, just find a comfortable spot to sit. Gently close your eyes. Now pick your anchor. Your breath is the easiest one. Just notice the sensation of breathing in and breathing out. Now listen, because this is the most important part. Your mind will wander. That is what minds do. It's not a failure. The entire practice is simply noticing that your mind has wandered, and then gently, without any judgment, guiding your focus back to your breath. That's it. That's the whole exercise. And here's another super simple but powerful tool. At the end of the day, take 2 minutes to jot down your EGS. One thing you enjoyed, one thing you're grateful for, and one thing you're satisfied with. This tiny practice actually trains your brain to start noticing all the good that is already present in your life. And ultimately, that's the whole point. This isn't about achieving some magical, enlightened state. It's about reconnecting with what's already here. I love how Dr. Collard puts it. We remember all of a sudden that it is these little moments that are the true wonders of being alive. The warm cup of coffee, the sun on your face. That's the good stuff. That's the fabric of a peaceful life. So I'll just leave you with this question. Forget about overhauling your entire life. Just think about today. What is one small, simple moment of peace you can create for yourself right now? Because that's where it all begins.